What's the name of your card?
Five of spades.
Five of spades? That's nice. Wait.
Middle of summer, my eyes dribble out, red dot is shining your eye. Chicken pox, red balls, they all on my mind. Pick a thought, elevate right to the sky. Tippy top niggas be faker than fake. Wish you watch soon as they hop in the whip. Give me top, hey, cause they all on my bitch. Lady cop, think about wife in this dot. Maybe not. Giggity, 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 goo. She take a top.
This is insane! Like, it was like, like all these cards like this, guys, and then
Giggity, 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 goo. She take her top off and so did the coup. I'm in your honey like Winnie the Pooh.
What's up, guys? It's me, Arthur the Magic Savage, the only Savage of Magic, and we're back with a brand new video. This video is going to be different from all the rest of the videos. In this video, I will be introducing my Magic Savage Kickstarter course for the first time. For those of you that don't know what the Magic Savage Kickstarter course is, this is a course that's 12 weeks long. I teach guys how to do magic, and they take these magic tricks out, and they learn how to approach people and not be socially awkward. So, in this video, I took my friend, Tony Raven. He happens to be a magician, but the only problem is he doesn't know how to get good reactions from his crowds. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to introduce him as my student. I'm going to ask him some questions, and we're going to see if we can find out where he's struggling in his approach. Then, for 6 weeks, I'm going to teach him magic. You guys are going to see him transform and get better reactions on the streets. So yeah, if you guys want to sign up for my Kickstarter course, leave your email in the comment section. And I'm also leaving my email in the comment section as well. And just send me an email if you're ready. And then I'll send you the syllabus through email. So yeah, very important. Also, guys, very important. If you still have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Turn on those post notifications so you know when I upload next. And hit that like button. I'm trying to get at least up to maybe 1,000 likes, who knows. But yeah, subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed yet, guys. Very important. And I'm here with Tony Raven.
Tony Raven.
So Tony Raven, you said you were a magician, right?
That is correct. I am a magician, mainly mentalist. Then I also practice card tricks and some sleight of hand, but my main art is mentalism.
Mentalist. So he's a mentalist, basically, at most. So Tony, if you don't mind, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions just for us to get a sense of where you at in your magic and how you're making people feel about what you do. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you a question. Question 1. Based on a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate the reactions you get from doing the magic for people?
I would have to rate it always between a 4 and a 6.
4 and 6?
Yeah, it's not where I would like it to be, but this is, I realize this is because I'm usually, before I approach a crowd, I'm usually like there watching for the correct crowd, if you will, like the crowd I think will actually say yes to me instead of just approaching every single crowd.
Right.
So that for one is a major setback.
Okay.
The other thing is when the people in the crowd notice me looking at them, so they're just like, okay, that guy looked at me.
You were actually going to my question 2 actually. So let's main thing, since you're mentioning that, let's go to question 2. So you said it was a 4 to a 6, right?
Yes.
The reactions you get, okay. What are some things you can improve in order to get some of the best reactions? Possibly reactions that'll boost your channel, that'll make people notice you, make you go viral. Reactions that are just like, oh my god, how the fuck did you do that? You know, how the hell did you do that? So what are some things you can do to improve the reactions that you're getting right now?
There would be 2 things I wish to improve. One would be my approach. Like I said earlier, I'm just like there waiting for the accurate crowd. So when they see me see them and I walk towards them, it's like they're getting already this negative idea. Kind of like, well, that guy I don't know just looked at me. He's walking right towards me, you know, stranger danger. The second thing is trying to learn the fact that less can be more.
Okay.
And let me give you an example of that. Once I approach this crowd.
Well, actually, you're actually going into question 3 actually, so you can mention that example in question 3. Give us some examples of how you would open up a crowd or a group of people that you want to show your magic story. If you're filming a YouTube video, how would you open up the group to get to see exactly what you want to show for your YouTube channel?
Okay, well, the way I would approach this, I would walk up towards the crowd. Like, as I was stating earlier, once I walked up to this group, 2 guys and 1 girl.
Right.
So I walked up to them, and I would stretch out my hand and be like, what's up, guys? I'm Tony Raven, nice to meet you.
Right.
Now, I would tell them this, in case you don't know it, I am a live actual Sherlock Holmes. Now, I feel this could be bad because not everybody knows who Sherlock Holmes is. So if the crowd doesn't know who he is or like who's Sherlock Holmes, I'm like, oh, Sherlock Holmes was this great detective written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. He had this art that you could read people based off body language. So at that point, I'm slowing down my magic to explain who this character is, where they're already focused on Sherlock Holmes that they forget who Tony Raven
So
is.
they kind of dissociate themselves from you.
Yes.
So the amazement, they dissociate yourself. They dissociate themselves from the idea of you being an amazing person,
Pretty much.
in opposed to Sherlock Holmes, basically.
Yes.
So you're no longer you're just a historian telling people about some figure.
Pretty much I'm
So,
just
yeah.
a fanboy at that point.
Gotcha.
Um,
Alright, that's good enough actually. Question 4. If the group says no, what do you usually do after? Like, let's say you're trying to show me magic, I'm just like, no, like, get out of my face. I don't want to see what you got to show me. What would you usually do? What is your, like, main thing you usually do?
the main thing I would do if they say no is that I've already sped read them before I approach them. So in case they walk away, I would tell them something like, "You've always wanted a husky, didn't you?" Or, "You're a dancer, aren't you?" Sometimes it would work. They would be like, "Wait, how did you know I was a dancer?" And I would be like, "Your posture. You have a straight posture, your back is always straight, and you breathe through your torso. All ballet dancers do that. You are a ballet dancer, aren't you?" So that sometimes gets the crowd going. Other times they're kind of like freaked out. They're all like, "Whoa, man, nobody knows about that. Are you a stalker or something?" And they'll walk away. But that's always my go-to thing. Tell them something about themselves that I couldn't possibly know.
Right. And so you would say they would come back and want to see a magic trick after you told them something about them? Or you wouldn't think they would get creeped out? You wouldn't think they would like run away or anything?
I always usually think that they would want to see a magic trick because about 60% of the time, they are intrigued, like, how does this guy know this? Like, unless he's a mind reader.
Yeah, I get you. Now I understand what you're saying.
So from there, after I explain myself, I go directly into my tricks.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's good. Gotcha. Last question. When you approach a group of people, what is the first opening trick you do? What is like the opener, the icebreaker when you do magic for people when you want to get their attention? What trick can stop somebody like right now if we were to go out and do some magic for people?
It's always telling something about themselves. It's always reading their body language. So I'll stop them, I'll introduce myself, and I'll shake their hands.
Okay.
And then I'll look at them as if kind of like I'm trying to read their mind. So I'll be like, stare, stare, stare. And then I'll kind of like, just go like this and be like, you have an older sibling, don't you?
Okay.
And then they would be like, whoa, how did you know? And I would then explain myself, and then from there I would go into like a card trick, and then I would like read somebody else from the group. So I try not to just stick with speed reading, because at that point they're just like, oh well, he's just reading something I know, so it's good to mix it up a bit.
Right.
So that's what I would do.
Okay. This is a bonus question actually. So given the time and place, because a lot of people say, time and place and location can affect the mood of the crowd. So I would say when you're if I put a camera on you right now and we're shooting you do some street magic, and I've taught you a good amount of magic, or you use some of the magic you already know, what are some of the places you would choose? Would you choose people that are sitting down? How would you speed read people in situations whether you should approach them or not? How do you know when to approach somebody and when to not approach somebody?
Typically, what I've done to approach somebody is, if it's a crowd of people, like 3 people, they're all laughing, they're having fun, their hands are out in the open. To me, that's a good crowd to approach, because they already have a good aura going around.
Gotcha.
So they're already enjoying their day. So I come up and I'm telling them, hey, you want to see something amazing? They're already in a good mood, so they're like, you know what? Yeah, man, brighten our day even more.
Okay.
On rare occasions, a busy person would want to see something to distract their mind.
Right.
This isn't an always, but
You say a busy person would want to see something to distract their mind?
yeah. What I mean by that is that sometimes like somebody who's like on their phone, and you see like that they're kind of bored. They're busy with social media, so they're just looking through feeds that they've already seen before. They're just refreshing.
Gotcha.
So at that point, you're just like, I'm gonna just try doing something for them. They've already scrolled through their phone 3 times. Obviously, you're trying to be entertained in the short gap they have between this hour and the next.
Right.
So that's only on certain occasions where it would work.
Okay, gotcha. Well, definitely, thank you for answering the questions.
Thank you for
I have a
having
good
me.
analysis of where you're at and your magic and your reactions, and I'm definitely willing to help you out. I'm definitely down to just to walk you through and do the approaches. I'm going to do the approaches with you, and we'll go along about this together.
I'm looking forward to it.
Definitely. Alright, so just so you guys don't know, Tony also has a YouTube channel. He goes by the name of Tony Raven, right?
Tony Raven.
So I'm going to leave his link in the description if you guys want to go to his channel, subscribe to his channel, check out some of his stuff. He has some good work as well too. So yeah, if you guys ever on YouTube, check out Tony Raven. I'll leave his channel link in the description down below.
Subscribe and like.
Awesome guys. See you guys next time.